Government beneficiaries must not get a seat in new election commission, says eminent citizens. Bangladesh's new COVID infections, the deaths decline further. Now schools can reopen, says Health Minister. 9 more lives lost in road crashes. A van driver killed 5 siblings in Cox's Bazar, had no license. Assalamu alaikum. This is Nusrat Islam welcoming you all to Evening News. You have just had the headlines. Now let's move on to the details. Eminent citizens of Bangladesh made the call to form new election commission excluding anyone who has been a beneficiary of the present or any former government. They made the suggestion today during the first meeting of the search committee formed by the president for appointing chief election commissioner and other election commissioners. They have opined that no specially privileged person should get a place in the EC. Former Cabinet Secretary Ali Imam Majumdar said while talking to reporters after attending the meeting at the conference lounge of the Supreme Court. Several eminent citizens took part in the meeting. Dhaka University professor Dr. Asif Nozrul said anyone who shares an interest with the government or openly sides with a political party must not be included. Professor Mahfuza Khanum, president of the Bangladesh Asiatic Society, said the 10 selected people should be from the pro-liberation force.
এটা বর্তমান সরকার হোক বা আগের দলীয় সরকার হোক তার সময় বিশেষভাবে সুবিধাভোগী কোনো ব্যক্তি যাতে নির্বাচন কমিশনের স্থান না পায় তার জন্য আমরা দাবি জানিয়েছি এবং সেই দাবিটা আরো অনেকেই সমর্থন করেছেন
যে তারা যেন সৎ হয় নির্ভীক হয় সততা থাকে অর্থের প্রতি যেন লোভ না থাকে এইগুলো মূল কথা এবং এটা সত্যি খুব কঠিন খুঁজে পাওয়া এটাও ঠিক আবার সার্চ কমিটির পক্ষ থেকে বলা হলো যে অলরেডি 300 অটোমেটিক চলে আসছে তো সেগুলো খুব হাস্যাস্পদ বলে আমাদের কাছে মনে হয়েছে
যাদের সুনাম এবং যাদের সততা আছে তাদের জন্য ওনারা নিয়োগ দেন এই জন্য বলেছি যাদের ব্যাপারে কন্ট্রোভার্সি আছে যাদের ব্যাপারে দায়িত্ব পালনকারী স্বেচ্ছাচারিতা পক্ষপাতিত্ব অ্যারোগেন্সের অভিযোগ আছে যাদের ব্যাপারে আপনার আচরণ বিধি লঙ্ঘনের অভিযোগ আছে যারা প্রকাশ্যে বিভিন্ন রাজনৈতিক দলের পক্ষে বিপক্ষে অবস্থান নিয়েছে এই সমস্ত লোককে যেন বাদ দেওয়া হয় অনুসন্ধান কমিটি যেন 10টা নামই সুচিন্তিতভাবে দেয় যেখানে প্রধানমন্ত্রীর ইচ্ছা অনিচ্ছার স্কোপটা যেন কম থাকে বা যেন না থাকে যেন অনুসন্ধান কমিটি নিজেই 10টা এমন প্রত্যেকটা যেন ভালো নাম দেয় একটা নামের ক্ষেত্রে ভুল করার কোনো স্কোপ নাই এটা এক্সপেক্ট করেছি
Bangladesh has recorded 5,000 new coronavirus cases in a day. It also recorded 20 deaths from the COVID in a day, taking the total toll from the disease to 28,791. As many as 30,000 samples were tested across the country for a positivity rate of 16.5%. The latest figures put the recovery rate at 87.40% and the mortality rate at 1.51%. Following the downtrend in the country's COVID infection rate, Health Minister Zahid Malik has said the Education Ministry can now reopen all educational institutions after 21st February. He said this in a meeting with local doctors and politicians at Manikganj today. The current COVID situation has been discussed with the Prime Minister and the Education Minister. The minister went on to say that while the rate of infection has decreased, the death rate has not. As a result, everyone must still adhere to the health rules.
Targeted population টিকা দেওয়া হয়ে গেছে কাজেই তাদের সংক্রমণের ঝুঁকি মৃত্যুর ঝুঁকি অনেকটাই এখন কমে গেছে সেটার ফল তো আপনারা পাচ্ছেনই তারপরে স্বাস্থ্যবিধি এবং মানার কোনো বিকল্প নাই বিশ্বের সব জায়গায় স্কুল খুলে দেওয়া হয়েছে এবং স্কুল চলছে আমরাও ইনশাআল্লাহ স্কুল যদি খুলে দেয় আমরা সেই বিষয়ে আমাদের অনুমোদন থাকে
9 more lives lost in separate road crashes across Bangladesh. In Satkhira, a retired school teacher was killed as a truck hit him behind at Shashuni's Holdipoka bridge. In Dinajpur, 2 people were killed and 10 injured after a bus veered off a bridge in Chiribondor Upazila. The accident took place on Mohanpur Bridge on the road from Dinajpur to Fulbari. Meanwhile, 2 were killed in Gajipur, 4 in Noakhali, Nauga and Sabar, another killed in Lokhipur road mishaps. The driver of the pickup van, which on Tuesday ran over and killed 5 brothers in Cox's Bazar, has a no driving license, but he was driving several vehicles for the last 2 years. Despite a heavy fog, Cox's Bazar Chattogram highway, he had been recklessly driving the pickup to deliver vegetables in the district town. Khondokar Al-Moin, Arab's legal and media wing director, told a press briefing today. After arresting Shohidul Islam Saiful from Mohammadpur area in Dhaka yesterday, in primary interrogation, he admitted that he was behind the wheel and when the pickup van ran them over, he said.
সে বেপরোয়া গতিতে গাড়িটি চালাচ্ছিল বেপরোয়া গতির কারণে পাশাপাশি তার বক্তব্য অনুযায়ী কুয়াশার কারণে সে সঠিকভাবে দেখতে না পারার কারণে সে মূলত এই টোটাল পরিবারের উপরে সে গাড়িটি উঠিয়ে দেয়
Vice Chancellor of Shahjalal University, Professor Fariduddin Ahmed, issued a formal apology today over the 16 January clash between students and police on the campus. The apology came 27 days after the students started movement demanding the VC's resignation over the clash that saw at least 40 students and teachers and members of police injured. The VC issued a press release expressing regret over the incident. The newly appointed U.S. ambassador to Bangladesh, Peter D. Haas, has said he looks forward to working together with Dhaka to further advance the relationship between the two countries. He was speaking at an interaction session with the officers of the Bangladesh embassy in Washington, D.C. on Friday, according to a press release received here this morning. Ambassador-designate Haas paid the visit to the embassy as he is expected to arrive in Dhaka in early March to assume charges of his new appointment. International news. Relatives waited outside Insin prison in Yangon after state media reported that the head of Myanmar's military government had announced an amnesty covering more than 800 prisoners. The amnesty, announced by Senior General Min Aung Hlaing, occurred as the country marked the 75th anniversary of Union Day, a national holiday. No details were available about the number of prisoners released from Insin prison as a part of the amnesty, but at least 2 buses with prisoners on board were seen leaving the main prison gate Saturday morning. As of Friday, the government was keeping 9,000 people under detention. It was unclear how many political detainees were among those being freed on Saturday. Now cricket. Bangladesh Premier all-rounder Shakib Al Hasan has been unsold in the first call in the mega auction of the Indian Premier League. Shakib was one of the players bracketed in the highest base price 2 crore Indian rupee. Out of the 14 seasons of the IPL, Shakib participated in 9 of them. Picked by the Kolkata Knight Riders in 2011, the all-rounder was an important member of the 2 title-winning sides in 2012 and 2014. In 2018, Shakib was picked by Hyderabad and the all-rounder returned to KKR in 2021. Before ending, let's have a look on the headlines once again. Government beneficiaries must not get a seat in new election commission, says eminent citizens. Bangladesh's new COVID infections deaths declined further. Now schools can reopen, says Health Minister. 9 more lives lost in road crashes. A van driver killed 5 siblings in Cox's Bazar, had no license. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's our popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondhar Khobor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.